All right, I am now live streaming. Let's go. My battery level is at 49%, so we actually can't really do 1 hour on here. 49%. I think we only have, I'd say, about half hour to do this repair, screen replacement. Let's put this away. So gotta start charging. All right, guys. So let's see. I'll try to a little bit of a lag on here. Live now. Oh yeah, I see you guys. All right. And I'm also onto the chat as well too, so I can kind of see you guys typing as we go along. Okay, step one. Let's do this. I'll do it so that TikTokers can see it too, but please join me over there on the YouTube channel. We are live now. We must do a general assessment of each repair just to get the physical condition of the phone, network signal. It's always very important to get a full assessment of the repair before we begin. This way there's no unexpected surprises during the repair session. Here's the Bixby, volume down, volume up. Power button has positive tactile feedback. Rear side is quite fractured, as you can see over here. All right, bring some light to it so you guys can see a little bit better. Hopefully that's good enough lighting. Oh, we'll also have to light up the thermal air circulator too. The TikTok angle won't be able to see the thermal air circulator, unfortunately, because it's at a fixed angle. I got live stream. All right. Next thing we want to check is the charge port. If we look at the charge port, it is obstructed. We can provide that as a fee, or we can do it complimentary for the client. Either way, he's very happy to be able to get the screen repaired tonight with the TikTok and YouTube live stream. Okay, now that we've assessed everything, let's go ahead and activate the thermal air circulator. The next tool you'll want is a blade, iSesmo blade. Let's go ahead and do an initial penetration. Oh, I forgot to apply heat. There we go. Keep an eye on the timer as you're doing this. Every second matters. This is a critical portion. Initial penetration right on the side. Drop a little bit of juju juice over here. And resume. There we go. Notice how it comes right up. A little bit more cracked and forming. And that's typical. When the screen is already, when it's initially cracked like that, it'll continue splintering and cracking just like that. Alright. Now we'll get the, this is a branded iPixit puck. There we go. Continue heating it. And don't forget your juju juice. Alright. Trying to narrate as I go along. Oh, look at that. Oh, gosh. Oh. Oh. Oh boy. This one's stuck underneath my skin. Did you see that? Ah, gosh. Okay, that's why it's important to, oh, you see that? It's still broken underneath there. Right there. We need some fine set of tweezers. So definitely part of the, gosh. Definitely part of the repair. hazards. It's pretty deep in there. I won't be able to pull it out right now, but we have to continue with the repair. Ah, gosh. Yeah, you can kind of see it glistening in the lights. Oh, actually, no, I'll go ahead and try to pull it out with a set of tweezers. Otherwise, I can't really feel the repair all that well because it's... Can you guys see that? Gosh. Ouch. Can you see how it's coming out of the fingers? Alright, well, it's another battle wound. Put this away carefully. We don't want to contaminate the repair. But that's usual and typical of repairs, guys. I'm glad I'm able to broadcast it live so that everyone gets a chance to see the like what typically goes on in a repair. Oh, don't call me just yet, guys. If you call that number, it'll interrupt the live feed. I'd be glad to chat with you guys afterwards, or you guys can chat with me on YouTube. I'd love to chat with you guys afterwards as well too. There you go. We're back on, strapped back on. These gloves helps protect you to a certain degree, but the glass will still penetrate. Alright guys, I do apologize. I just can't take the voice calls just right now, just so that we can continue on with the live feeds. Ooh, okay, let's do this. Back at it. Injuries can arise during a typical phone repair. Never intended, but it happens. That's why it's always important to wear safety goggles. I have two on. Now imagine if that little piece of glass went in one's eyes instead of the fingers. Almost there. Put it through to the other side. And we always want to budget enough time for the repair. Even though some of you aces can probably get this repair done in a record, say 10-minute time frame. It's always good to budget a good hour and a half. That generous amount of 222s, a lot of feet, and just don't give up. Don't let that little glass splinter slow you down. In life, there's always going to be, I'm sorry, that fan was probably overpowering, but in life there's always going to be little splinters, little road bumps that comes at you. When you fall down, you just pick yourself right back up. Don't let it keep you down. After all, if you look at it, it is just a little splinter right there. Yeah, it's still a little bit of blood on there, but you know, don't let it slow you down. Keep going. Don't let the negative aspects of life slow you down. There's always positives. to look forward to. Sometimes you'll need another blade. There you are. Here's another blade to go in there. And a little bit of heat. A little bit more heat. And did you see how I was prying on it and include more cracks? We actually don't want to pry on it. We just want to use a blade just to cut through the adhesive like that. A lot of heat, cut through the adhesive. A little bit hard to see, but take your time. Ouch. Ooh. That was hot. Alright. As I was just about to mention, take your time. Don't rush it. Too hot of speed. Keep moving too fast. That'll burn you. So, yeah. And it's time to, as I always say, open it like a mystery. Alright. Jedi mind trick. Hey, Jedi mind trick. Sorry for. Hope you guys get a chance to join me on YouTube. I'll try to capture as much angle as possible on TikTok, but with the YouTube angle, you're able to see the little bit more action and detail. Keep your workstation clean and organized as you go along. I was glad I was able to get that little bit of shard out of the finger. Sweep this off with a razor blade. Can't find it anymore. Alright. Keep this off to the side. Nice and organized. Alright, what we'll need next is a Phillips screwdriver. And this is the Phillips screwdriver. They named it after a gentleman by the name of Phillips who invented this bad boy. 4-point screws for these over here. Let's go ahead and remove these Phillips screws. Starting here. Here. Alright guys, another pro tip for you guys. When you're using the larger end, it's stronger torque. When you're going down towards the narrow end, the torque is lower, but your screwing speed is higher. So you can save a little bit of time by increasing the speed. There you go. These are purpose-built professional grade screwdrivers made by Moody. They're one of my favorite hand tools. Of course, I have $50, $100 electric screwdrivers, but they don't really provide that tactile feedback the way a manual tool gives. And if you notice, I'm actually keeping the screws in their position right now. I'm not pulling them out just yet or positioning them just yet. Just want to do them all in a single batch. Alright, at this point when they're all loosened up, we will bring out the tweezers to pull them out. There you go. Well, they never want to come out. There you go. Now, you know what? I'll move it closer in together so my travel distance between the screws and the mat isn't that far. To reduce your travel distance. Oh gosh, you guys on TikTok can't really see me. I apologize for that. Let's see, TikTok. There. This one doesn't want to come out. Oh, there it is. The ones that are fighting you, that aren't really coming out, let them be. We don't want to fight with the screws. You know, we'll find a different way to get to them. A little bit of persuasion. We don't want to force anything. There you go. Sometimes you can use a screwdriver and tweezer technique to get it out. There you go. That's one technique. And I'll show you guys another technique too if they're not really coming out. There you go. And this will work really well if you guys have both hands to work with. But sometimes we only have one set of hands to work with. Alright, let's go ahead and study our screw positioning again. It's always important to study your screw position. You don't want to lose track of them. Okay, now that we got it all out, next step is to do another quick preliminary test. I'm sorry, not preliminary, but post-repair test, just to get a visual, see if everything else is okay, to make sure that the heat hasn't gone up so high that it's damaged the phone. We always want to perform what I like to refer to as, like, you know, when you're operating on human beings, I've heard that you kind of want to keep them conscious as possible where we can, so that they can provide feedback on how the repair is going, how the procedure is going. I should probably call it a procedure, not a repair. These are, oh look, almost forgot that bad boy. Let's see. If I was to place this screw, I would place it here, right there. Screw arrangement is very important. There you go. Lay it here. Start ASMR. Thank you. I think that's what we'll be doing for the YouTube channels. Come join me on YouTube, fellow TikTokers. All right, there you go. Disconnected the battery, and at this stage, to save time, we'll put a few drops of juju juice into the battery slots. Avoid getting too much into the motherboard. We'll just let it drizzle right there and there. A copious amount, a generous amount. I'd say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I accidentally dropped some juju juice on the motherboard, so we'll keep that in mind. If you drop some juju juice on your motherboard, don't apply power onto it just yet. Let it dissipate and dry off first before. Okay, guys, strap the SIM card tool holder here. It's time to remove the SIM card tray. There you go. SIM card tray goes here, and I'm also trying to read along on the YouTube comments as well. I see that there's 9 people active on YouTube. Guys who's on YouTube, please drop some comments as you go along, and I'll review them a little bit later, just so I can see who's active and what the YouTube channel needs. Now check this out. This tool is nice too. It says permanent marker. This is used to help keep track of your screws. See? Blue, blue, blue. Yeah. All the internal screws were colored blue. And we'll dab a little bit of blue on the motherboard too, so this way we kind of know where they came from. Okay, this will help you improve your Samsung repair game. For those of you guys who are in the repair industry, now you can add another pro tip to your arsenal so you don't lose track of your screws. All right, another thing we want to do next is also dab a little bit of juju juice onto the vibrate motor here, and I think on the charge port assembly too. There you go. This allows it to have a little bit of time to seep in as we are removing. Those are the screws, okay? These lower screws. Now let's check though. Here's a new set of parts. And if you guys are in the repair industry, now you guys can kind of see as far as like what parts I use. And these guys are great guys. If you look at the little details right over here, you'll see the secrets and the mysteries within mysteries. Part vendors. This part, it's a nice set of parts. We'll pull this bad boy off like that with a set of tweezers. These are protective film to protect the very sensitive holes. See, this is the front camera hole. Well, let's see. I think that's a front camera. Yeah, that's a front camera hole. Ambient light sensor, proximity light sensors. I think this is the ambient light sensor, and these are proximity light sensors. This one over here, I have to figure out what that hole belongs to. Okay, remove this film. And what else? I'm trying to follow along with the YouTube and TikTok over here, so there. Appreciate the patience, guys. Oops. Don't want to damage our fine point tweezers, so don't use that with force. There you go. Take that bad boy off. And inspect the parts. Make sure that everything is in place. Earpiece is in place. Still have to transfer the lower charge port assembly and the vibrate motor. We'll set this off to the side right now. At this time, the juju juice may have had time to seep in a little bit. We're going to disconnect the what do you call this bad boy? LCD and digitizer FPC connector. We're going to start removing these screws next, otherwise it just won't come out. Okay, do a TTS, tech time sequencing check, 5:47 p.m. We have a good period of time because ETA says 8 p.m. 8 p.m. So 5, 6, 7. So we have a couple hours left. Make sure to take a little bit more time so I don't get glass splinters in my fingers, and to help make the show a little bit more enjoyable for you guys. Oh, it looks like the TikTok community can see from this angle too. Great. Move this over a little bit just so it's visible for you guys. There you are. I'll drop that here. Plain old white spot. Okay. Oops. I kind of lost track of my screws. So I don't remember which hole goes where. So as you go along, guys, it's important to not get distracted. I believe this blue screw came here. Color it in as you take it out. I'm gonna leave this marker kind of open up. All right, take this bad boy out. Or bad girl. I mean, I shouldn't be so gender specific with screws, because you know, I don't think it knows if it's a boy or a girl. So if you hear me saying bad boy, it's probably the same as like bad girl. go. I know that seems very time consuming to do, but until they have like a screwdriver with a permanent marker built in, just do that. There you go. Tap that in there. Oh boy, the screw's a little bit smaller. Sometimes you have to take a couple shots at it in order to get your screwdriver in there. Alright, tap that in there, nice and dotted. I know my markering abilities aren't very precise, but just enough so that we know that these screws go into these blue holes. Now, if you like, if you really want to go all out hardcore, you can even color in the FPC connectors, pre-colored in. I know some of the guys says, well, you know, you don't have to color them in; they always go in the same hole. But for the sake of showing off and to say that we can, I will go ahead and just do it, just to show off. There we go. Red. Keep track of things. Okay, and these two go into here. So I don't normally do this, but since it's a special occasion, we're on YouTube, I'll go ahead and color it in for you guys. All right, thank you for 14. Oh, did I miss something? 14 viewers on TikTok and 9 on YouTube. Quite a tough repair here, so I don't think not too many people like to join on Samsungs because it's a little bit more unusual than, say, a typical iPhone repair. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lift it up part way and bring out our blade. Keep your blade sharp. Alright guys, here we go. Careful. Don't cut it. And if you notice, I haven't really disconnected any of these. So if you are in the tech arena working on phones, try your best not to disconnect anything that doesn't need to be disconnected, because on reinsertion there's a chance of FPC damage. Alright, we're going to have to hit this with a little bit of thermal air circulating. Soften up that adhesive. There you go. Works every time, as long as you don't get any glass shards in your pointing fingers. Hey, we got 11 people on YouTube. Thank you guys. We got it this far now. Now we have to get that battery out. Alright guys, this is yet another risky part. I'll be pulling out the battery with a blade, metal blade. Definitely not recommended as consumers, people doing it from home, because the blade will have a chance of puncturing the battery and causing it to smoke up. It comes up like so. There you are. Smooth as butter. Here you go. Gonna mark this battery with today's date, 12/26. 12/26/21. My initials LK, and I'll say it's streamed on YouTube. That way, in case the viewer or the client wants to watch their repair on YouTube, they can. All right, I'm gonna drop this bad boy in here. bad boy or bad girl, whichever you'd like to view it as. Or if you wanted to call it a good boy, good girl, you can always call it whatever you'd like. How are you guys doing over there? 10 people on the live stream, YouTube live stream. Thanks so much. I'm going to have to pull this out next. It's the vibrate motor in the Apple community there. It's referred to as the Taptic engine. We're going to use this tool to pull out the vibrate motor right here. We've already dipped a little bit of juju juice in there earlier. Open guest request. What does that mean? Is it on YouTube? M7 Maryland. Can you tell me what open guest request mean? I'll be back. Well, let me know what open guest request means. Somebody on TikTok had said open guest request. M7MD. Well, there you go. Here's the vibrate motor. I'm going to set this off to the side. I'll also mark it so that this way, in case we need to perform like an autopsy on this part after the repair, we can. Let's see here. We're going to mark what 5520. 5520. And the name is ESAU. There you go, ESAU 5520 S9 Plus, $369. ETA 8 p.m. Today's date 12/26/21. My initials. I'm the tech over here, LK, and it's broadcasted on YouTube. There we go. So tell me, M7MD, what does open guest request mean? Set that off to the side. I'll be back. Let me see what that means. There you go, Dean Morales. It's me, Jedi. Hello, Dean. I love your emoticons. There you go. 15 people on TikTok. And 10 are on YouTube. Appreciate that. Corey Weber. Anybody else who wants to be a moderator on YouTube, please do let me know. I will add you on as a moderator. It's a small community at 10 right now. So we look forward to building it up. All right, I'm going to set this off to the side. This battery, this logic board, Samsung logic board, and we'll focus on here. A rebuilding with a new set of parts. Hey, shout out to Victor. He is mad gifting. Hi Victor. Hello Greg at on TikTok. Okay, Connor wants to be a mod. The stream is faltering. Oh, tell me what's going on with the stream. Why is it faltering? There you go. 7 Dijon. Oh, Molly, welcome back. Molly Hardy. I wonder why the stream is dropping frame rates. Okay, there you are. Maybe it's too high of a resolution, so it's dropping frame rates. Make sure it's fitting nice and snug over here. And I am trying to keep an eye on the YouTube as well, guys. So, all right, this is I'll slow it down for you guys. So even if it's dropping frame rates, you guys can review it and see what it means. I'll try to guess what these components are. I'm going to guess these are proximity sensors, and that's an ambient light sensor. We'll go back and review it later to see if that's the case. It's just my guess. Oftentimes I change out these parts without realizing what they really are, but it's important to know what they are, because during the repair process, if a complication develops, we want to know what parts were replaced, and if a complication develops at certain places, we want to be able to troubleshoot. So knowing what parts you replace is important, I would say. Stream is lagging. Apologize, guys. Might be because I'm streaming on both TikTok and YouTube. Okay, guys, we're about to insert the motherboard. Go through the top first. These are 2 connectors. FPC here, FPC here. Okay. The charge port has to go in like so. You have to insert the charge port into that lip. Same with the headset jack. All right. Let's see here. Almost. It's in there. Channel these RF connectors down here. And plug in this FPC connector. And let's drop the cameras in. I don't think this is a camera, some sort of a sensor. Okay, this is the front camera. All right, this is the LCD digitizer connector.